Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Philip Wade here from the Universal Studio in North Yorkshire, and what I just wanted to talk about today was one of the most common questions I'm asked at events or online or whatever, is how to move beyond the emotional pain or suffering in the emotional body or pain body. It comes up all the time, and naturally so, because there's so much of that stored in our pain bodies, or the emotional body, as I tend to prefer to call it. And the answer ultimately is profoundly simple, although it may not appear to be that way. And it is this, it is with the power of your awareness. Let me say that again, the power of your awareness. And by that awareness, I mean the absolute awareness of the realized essence, which we all already are. And one insight I'd like to share with you to help perhaps deepen the understanding of that is this. Listen to this carefully. Thought cannot heal your pain. Presence will transform it. Thought cannot heal your pain. Presence will transform it. And that presence is the same as the awareness or the infinite silence that we already are. And as we deepen into what's a kind of pure witnessing presence and actually facing what's here, feeling what's here, accepting what's here, but not becoming it, and simply watching it from this space of awareness, a natural miracle will unfold. And that miracle is the dissolution of the beliefs and the emotional pain that stem from that automatically and ultimately effortlessly. Although at first, to be honest, it's probably going to take some practice, because we can be so attached to the identity and the belief in our pain bodies and the identity as the personhood. But once you've experienced this process of the dissolution by the pure witnessing, actually the process does become easy, and ultimately it becomes effortless. And you don't have to go chasing this pain. The awareness that you are will bring up for you in the moment that which needs to be felt, seen, dissolved from this space of awareness, without you having to go in search of it. So the key to this, as I say, is the power of your awareness. And the whole basis of the infinite silence meditation, which I share with the world, is to bring you very simply to recognize and realize that awareness that's already here. And then simply, once one is in that witnessing or observational neutral presence, whatever's present will just naturally dissolve in front of it. And I've actually got a whole live stream dedicated to using the infinite silence meditation in this way. It's actually probably one of the earlier live streams I ever did on YouTube. And it's called Live Stream 11, Transmuting Fear into Love. And that's the banner on the thing here. It's quite old, and the video and voice are slightly out of sync, but everything's there, and it's been used by hundreds of people around the world. And I've used it with hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of people in events, online, and so forth now. And if you can understand and embrace the power of this awareness that's already present, then you're really onto something, because that power is the same power that ultimately you will realize. And therefore, the process of opening and deepening into this self becomes incredibly simple. There's really, in the end, nothing complicated about it. And that's why the insight, thought cannot heal your pain, presence will transform it, is so important, because you will not get there by analysis. You will get there by virtue of this presence or infinite awareness or infinite silence only. And the good news is you, the true you, is already this, and that power rests within the silence of your heart. So I've actually included the link to that stream in the header to this video if you're watching this on my page. If you happen to be watching on a watch party or replay, it should also transfer across, I hope. But if not, just put in the comments you'd like the link, and that will be provided. I've put it in the first comment as well on the live on my page. It's about, from memory, an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half long. And it was done live with, I don't know how many people were on the live, 20 or 30 maybe. And we go through that process. I explain the background in greater depth than I'm doing in this brief intro to it just now. And then I do a guided experience so that you can understand the process. And once you've grasped this process, that you can really then work with that for yourself. And all the other tools that you've ever needed will just naturally come back to and lead to this space of awareness. So do look out for that link. It really is a powerful tool. As I say, I've used it with countless people. I've lost count now. And the transformations I have seen in people has been absolutely phenomenal. And for those of you who may have seen the live with Jolene the other night, she is one of the people that I've used this with, along with many, many others. And as I say, the life changes I've seen with people have been absolutely phenomenal. And you don't need to believe me on that. I've actually got a video of people's own experiences in their own words saying how powerful this has been for them. So that's a free resource. It's, as I say, a little bit of an older one now, but everything's there. So do look out for that link and do give it a go. If you're really interested in moving beyond the pain, then that one's for you. And the other news I have on that is that some time ago, just prior to lockdown, I actually refilmed that professionally. And I probably got to the point of 90% of the way of producing a professionally produced product that people, where I break it down into even further steps. And I'm looking to move towards sharing that world as people would make a fixed donation or some donation towards that to cover the costs. So if you're interested in that, that would be interesting to know. As I say, everything's in that free stream, but the professional produced one will give it to you in another format and perhaps in smaller chunks where you can digest it. So that's something that I want to be able to share in the not too distant future. So that's of interest to you. That's look out for that. It's coming this way soon. So just simply remember this now. Thought, excuse me, thought cannot heal your pain. Presence will transform it. And it is the power of the awareness that you already are that's going to bring about that transition. And the whole presence of process of recognizing that is covered in that stream, and indeed in the infinite silence meditation, of which there are many free versions on my website and YouTube channel. The power rests within, folks. That's all I wanted to share today. Namaste, wherever you are in the world. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning. And know the power of that awareness is already present in you.